Colleges and universities around the country have shut their doors in response to the COVID-19 pandemic. Many are completing their spring semesters online. So what challenges and disappointments lie ahead for millions of students, and how are colleges and universities working together during this crisis? Well, here to set us straight is Tim Gibson. Mr. Gibson is a retired brigadier general for the U.S. Air Force and president of the King's College in New York City. Tim, thank you, sir, for joining us today. So New York City is definitely facing a crisis. It's kind of eerie seeing the streets of the city nearly vacant. Now, I know you shut your college down, so how are your students doing with this shift to online education?
Well, Gary, thanks for having me on. Yeah, you're right. It is a different city right now with the social distancing policies that have been put into place. And so it's a very interesting time to be a New Yorker and to be in higher education. I guess the one thing that I'd start with is we haven't shut down, as it were. We've shifted to remote delivery of our courseware, but we're still very actively pursuing the high quality education that the students have enrolled in the King's College to get. And I've been very pleased and frankly proud. I'm admittedly biased towards our staff, faculty, and students. But our community overall has embraced this as an opportunity to continue moving forward together, but then also learn on things that we may unexpectedly decide to keep after the fact as well.
So what's the biggest challenge that colleges and universities are facing as a result of this viral pandemic?
Sure. Well, first and foremost, we've all got to keep in mind that the safety of our community is the top priority. Right. And so while we have to socially distance, that doesn't mean we have to socially isolate. We can still engage virtually as we're doing in this interview, and we can still conduct the education in many cases that we've promised to deliver. And in fact, we're in the course of delivering when we made this decision.
And I know it's difficult for many high school students to choose a college to attend when they can't even come and visit. Campus is shut down. Also, I've heard that college seniors are a bit disappointed. Many of them have worked so hard, and many colleges and universities have already canceled graduation, and they won't be receiving their diplomas at public ceremonies. So what's being done to address those concerns? Anything?
Well, yes. So I'll take them in order. So first, with regard to the admissions process and the opportunity to visit campuses, you're right. There's no doubt that the different policies in different states are affecting our ability to conduct in-person tours of our campus, of our housing, and those types of things. That said, technology has given us the opportunity to do those things virtually. And so this is one of the unexpected blessings out of this situation. We're seeing a number of students who have previously said that they were not able to visit campus to take that virtual tour, if you will. And in fact, we're even having some scholarship competitions that we're now hosting online as opposed to in person. And so we're adapting ways of doing our processes that suit the environment that we find ourselves in. Now, with regard to commencement, that's going to be a different decision entirely, and it's going to vary widely across the nation. I know several colleges and universities have already made a decision. We've chosen deliberately to hold off on that decision as a result of the policies that are in place in New York City. And so we're not forced into making a decision too soon. So there's still the possibility that we would be able to host a public ceremony and bring the faculty, staff, and the families together to celebrate their graduates.
And quickly now, I know King's College is working with other colleges and universities during this crisis, maybe Christian ones as well. What are you doing?
Well, honestly, we're part of a number of different professional organizations, such as the Council for Christian Colleges and Universities. And so through those connections, we're discussing with our peers, what decisions are they facing? What criteria are they weighing? And I've been very impressed in the last 3 years that I've been part of the Christian higher education community at how collaborative this community is. We recognize this is kingdom work, and that we're investing in that next generation that we want to raise up and influence our culture and our societies. And so we're very quick to share what we have in terms of best ideas and best practices, very quick to exchange policy thoughts, and very quick to point each other towards helpful information and opportunities.